The clatter of armor echoed across the frozen expanse of Lake Peipus. The Teutonic Knights, confident in their heavy horses and their terrifying wedge formation, charged straight onto the ice, but the Russian forces, led by Prince Alexander Nevsky, had prepared for this. Every step of the enemy was calculated. The smooth, slick surface itself became the weapon. Heavy war horses lost their footing, the charge lost its power, and the Russian army struck at the perfect moment. In a single dramatic confrontation, the terrain itself turned against the invaders. To understand the Battle of the Ice, we must look at the context. In the 13th century, Western Europe launched the Northern Crusades to expand influence into the Baltic and Orthodox Russia. The Teutonic Knights, a militarized religious order, sought to conquer these lands and enforce Catholicism. Alexander Nevsky, the Prince of Novgorod, prepared to defend his home. He knew that in a standard battle on dry land, his militia could not match the armored might of the knights. He needed a strategy that would turn their greatest strength, their heavy armor, into their fatal weakness. Alexander realized the frozen lake was the key, not to break the ice, but to break the formation. The knights relied on a tight, heavy charge to smash enemy lines, but on the open ice, their heavy horses struggled for traction and could not maneuver quickly. Alexander placed his center deep on the ice to lure them in, while hiding his best troops on the flanks. As the knights struggled on the slippery surface, unable to turn or regroup, the Russian flanks closed in like a vice. Alexander had transformed the environment into a trap that immobilized a superior force. The result was extraordinary. The Teutonic iron wedge was surrounded and crushed, unable to move effectively on the slick ice. The knights were pulled from their saddles or forced to flee in a chaotic retreat. The Russians secured a decisive victory with minimal losses. The battle demonstrated a brilliant tactical truth. Knowing your terrain is more valuable than raw power. A frozen lake, a place most armies would fear, became the instrument of triumph that saved the Novgorod Republic. The Battle of the Ice left a lasting mark on history. Alexander Nevsky became a legendary figure in Russian culture, canonized as a saint for his defense of the homeland. The battle halted the eastward expansion of the Northern Crusades for centuries, while later legends claimed the ice broke and swallowed the knights. The truth was even more impressive. It was pure strategy. The victory of 1242 remains a timeless example of how a clever leader can use the earth itself to change the course of history.